Alright, what's going on, guys? My name is Mike, and welcome to a bit of an unexpected video. First of all, I know that the mic quality sounds different. I'm actually doing a post-commentary now, rather than, speaking and talking while I'm recording while playing a game, because what I just wanted to share with you all, like, literally just happened, and I really wanted to start making this video right away. So, shortly after I had uploaded yesterday's video on Genshin exploring the Mirage domain, I went ahead and did what I kind of have been doing for the past week or so, just going over and playing some more Cold War in my spare time here, and something kind of crazy just kind of happened out of the blue. So really quickly, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a preface of what I was actually kind of doing and thinking, basically when it just came to the Cold War multiplayer, I mean, I do like playing it. It's not that it's bad or anything. It's just that sometimes I am looking for different ways to sort of make the game a lot more interesting for me to play. So I'll use different weapons and I'll do things that I'm a little bit less comfortable with. So I decided to build out this class here where I had the QBZ assault rifle as well as the striker shotgun secondary. And I decided to switch up from the War Machine and Deagle that I showcased in the last Cold War video for score streaks, and I just went full recon with the spy plane and the counter spy plane. And what happened in the next game was something that I definitely was not expecting. So I'm going to be talking through a lot about like just kind of what I was thinking here, as well as just what I kind of feel about Call of Duty in general. Because I have said in the past that like I've been playing this series for most of my life, and that kind of goes with both multiplayer and zombies, mostly zombies. But I did play a little bit of the multiplayer here and there. So when it comes to multiplayer, I'm not really like the best player in the world, but I do have my moments. I have picked up skills and gotten better over the years of playing. I remember back when I was playing Black Ops 2 with my younger cousins when we were pretty young. We were awful at Call of Duty. We did not really have any sort of skills to play an online shooter. And I think if I were to probably go back to my Black Ops 2 account right now, it would likely still say like a 0.4 or 0.5 KD. I could at least point and shoot because, I had played zombies quite a bit up until that point. But as far as the multiplayer goes, knowing how to work the mini-map and streaks and how the guns work and where people can go, it's just all stuff that I wasn't really like too familiar with. And it wasn't until Black Ops 3, which released late 2015, where I finally kind of got into this friend group where we would start playing Call of Duty like a lot more seriously. And it wasn't so serious in the sense of like what a lot of us are kind of thinking with COD nowadays, where it seems like pretty much every lobby, everybody's just trying to be a pro player, or they're trying to emulate what the pro players are doing or how they're building their weapons and things like that. It's hardly really for playing for fun anymore, it seems like. And when I started playing in Black Ops 3, that's when I started actually learning, like, okay, I know how the minimap works. I know I can use this to my advantage here. This is where my teammates are. This is where my enemies are. If I'm using a certain perk, I can actually see where streaks in the air are. And also just understanding the concept of score streaks and how they can just massively boost your potential to actually be good at the game. It's crazy, and that I did not expect, like, me just simply switching over to back to my UAV and then just a counter UAV in there. It apparently did enough. Like, I don't doubt that the counter UAV did anything in this game. Like, for those who aren't aware, the counter UAV basically just scrambles the radar for 30 seconds, so the enemy team can't see anything on it. And that little minimap up there is so important for playing Call of Duty. It really is. And that's something I learned as I got better over the years, that because this minimap is so important, and now I'm actually able to start going on longer streaks rather than what I figured was nearly impossible for me at the time of just typical 5 kill streaks, So now we get to this video. What is going on here? Well, like I was saying, I wasn't really expecting anything with this game. I just wanted to try using a different gun that I never really have used before. I don't know what it is about bullpups in Call of Duty, where the magazine is behind the trigger, basically. But whenever I see them, like, I always just kind of assume that they're a little bit less powerful than a lot of the other weapons. So I just threw on this QBZ because I wanted to use something different. And the weapon on its own, like just for what it is pretty strong, and I think I've ignored it for quite a while. The Street Sweeper was also just something to use other than, you know, a pistol, or what I would mostly be using in this case is just a launcher, because I'm always kind of like the support type of COD player. I'm always running a lot of the recon style streaks, as well as just trying to keep other streaks from the enemy team out of the air. So to have still kind of like somewhat of a recon base little thing here, but also starting to frag out, I was both nervous and surprised that this was starting to work. So you can kind of see in the background right here, I did admittedly get a little campy because I started realizing like, okay, I'm on a 10, so things are starting to go a little well. But we're only halfway through this game. I don't think anything crazy is going to happen. Little did I know. So I started kind of looking for more kills and if I could potentially push this streak a little bit further. And I did not have any idea that this was going to happen, because at the beginning of the game, it felt like if everything was normal. It wasn't until I started going on this longer streak here where I was like, okay, something's off. I'm not dying. What is going on? So basically after this point right here, I'm just staring at the minimap pretty much 90% of the time. I'm rarely actually looking at like the screen in front of me where my crosshairs are. I'm staring to see where the red dots are, not to chase them, but just to find out where people are and where they're going. And it is so helpful to have like a lot of people who play Modern Warfare 2019 and anything that's not Cold War right now in the modern COD era, they mostly don't really understand how a classic minimap works. This is how it should work. You know, Ghost only works while you're moving, and if you're firing an unsuppressed gun, you will show up as a red ping. That's the point of the minimap, not just to necessarily have position of your teammates. So I'm literally just watching it this whole time. I'm trying to see where are people walking, where are people spawning, and which side of the map are we controlling. In all honesty, this was still pretty risky for both my teammates and I, because we were largely controlling just the center of the map. We weren't really like just kind of holding one side, which meant that it was likely very easy for enemies to swap sides just like that. Jesus, I could have died right there as well. And it was at this point that I started thinking to myself, okay, we're already coming up to just 20 kills left. I still need probably like another 7. I need to go out and start looking for kills. So I start pushing towards that side where I knew they were spawning, and I had so many close calls, dude, throughout this entire streak. Running out of mags, running into people point blank. I have such a bad case of luck with this game, running into people point blank and getting killed for it. So I was lucky with that previous person over there. And knowing when to back off is another thing that better players can understand if they want to keep their streaks going. So I fell back here instead of pushing into the spawn and trying to kill them all, because I knew that I didn't have a big enough magazine and I would not be able to kill them all if I were to go and fight it. So I got lucky here with this one right here, just kind of not paying attention, or not, rather just checking the correct side. And I decided to push to the other side because I knew all my teammates were back there, and lo and behold, we have number 27 right here. Okay, so now we're at the point where there's less than 10 kills left in the game, and I need to do something to get this. I need to either push into their spawn and risk everything, or ask my teammates in the game chat if they could just relax for a second. Something I never really do in Call of Duty is actually use the game chat, so I was a bit nervous to like actually use it, but I didn't have my headset on. I didn't have my headset on for any of this, so I just turned on my controller mic and went in to ask them, and you can hear me right now. Yo, let me get a couple more kills, y'all. I'm almost on a nuke.
Be my guest. I'm having trouble finding people because we're killing them so fast.
Shout out to that guy, by the way. He actually decided to help me out, and thank God that this guy also missed his melees. And oh my God, dude, I can't believe it. Let's freaking go, dude. Let's go. That's my first nuke. Yep, first nuke.
I've never seen one. Nice.
But yeah, man, that's my first nuclear in Call of Duty. In all my years of playing, this is my first nuclear streak, which is 30 kills without dying. And the thing is, in Cold War, it's actually like much easier to get a nuke in general, because those War Machine and Deagle streaks count for the overall streak. In other games, they're not supposed to. So I did this all with gun kills, and like It's something that should not have happened to me, but it was so much fun. It was so invigorating. I felt nervous as I got closer. It was so good. And I just wanted to jump on and share that with you guys. So if you guys did make it to the end of this completely out of nowhere video that even I wasn't expecting to make, and you're just as excited as I am that I did something like this, this is why I wanted to start uploading to this channel, to show off like just things that I love about the games that I'm playing. Be sure to drop a like, please, and subscribe if you're new, because I do play a lot of Genshin. I am planning to play more Call of Duty in the future, you know, if things are going well enough, and a ton of other games that I do have interest in as well. It's been so much fun doing this, and just being able to know that I can like share this with you guys now a lot more confidently as well. It's such a good feeling, and I love doing this. But with that being said, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.